Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
32.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose.
A gain of 5. First down, Cowboys.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
To Joe Mixon.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Shotgun now for Murray. This pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Brings up
so the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Kyler Murray, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
At their own 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Gain of 23 yards. And a Cowboy 1st down.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
He's taken down.
Pierre Desir in on the stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Murray. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Joe Mixon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7, Vikings nothing.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This complete to Lockett. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. With solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 to score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Cowboys 14, Vikings 7. Steven Gostkowski set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. He's at the 30.
That's what
10,
it is, baby. That's what it is.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Complete to number
Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
3-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. Let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wilson flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Deontay Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. He'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Looks for Lockett once more. This time he's got him. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tyler Lockett lock it. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Play action. Now Wilson. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Wilson. And a completion to Wilson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the pickup there, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack.
Brings up
no doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And the lead is down to 20.
Good. Makes the score Cowboys 34, Vikings 14.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Brings up second and
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Now they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
31.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mixon. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 15-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15, it's 1st and 10. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Murray. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Calvin Ridley. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this off. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
They'll take over.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Murray. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger.
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Intercepted by the Cowboys.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3-yard pickup.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Calvin Ridley. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys add on.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone. So give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The ball carrier.
Tackle that time by Sidney Jones.
At the 28-yard line.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They run with Howard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Here's Brett Kern now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
So quite a turn of events. This is first and goal from the 3.
We own them. We own them. 57. Mike, 57. You must.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Vikings.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2nd and 10 now. Wilson flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
At the 37-yard line.
Pull it together. 57's the mic. Rock 57.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make them.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Howard.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. On third down, this is Howard. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's not going to get me. Check. Fresno.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
31-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step.
Right there. 56.
On 1st down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And down inside the 15 he goes. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line. Today's final score.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.